And the three gunas, what are these three gunas? What is their form? प्रकाश क्रिया स्थितिशीलम, प्रकाश क्रिया स्थितिशीलं भूतेन्द्रियात्मकं, भूतेन्द्रियात्मकं भोगापवर्गार्थं दृश्यम्, भोगापवर्गार्थं दृश्यम्. What is the drishya? So drishya is depending upon the three gunas. The drishya, the visible objects, have three main characteristics. And the one is prakasha, that is derived from sattva guna, and the other is kriya, the act, and the action has been derived from rajoguna, and sthiti, stability of those kleshas as they are. That stability is brought about by tamoguna. So they are all, the entire drishya is endowed with light, mobility, as well as stability. So bhutendriyatmakam, that's what the bhutas are there, the beings or the elements, gross elements are concerned, as well as indriyas, the corresponding sense organs. They are also prakasha kriya sthiti sheelam, and they are meant for both bhoga as well as apavarga. Bhoga, enjoyment, and apavarga, liberation. Because it is they who can liberate you, in which so the enjoyment also they provide, and then they also tell us that whatever enjoyment is there, it is all only apparently enjoyable, but they lead to miseries only. So that is why those drishya themselves, the visible objects, they also lead to the liberation. So bhogapavargartham drishyam. And there are pores, various. Vishesha Vishesha Lingamatra Lingani Gunaparvani. There are the various pores, the various joints of the gunas. The most specific joints are the gross elements themselves. They are Vishesha, very specified. Prithvi, Jala, Teja, Tejas, and Vayu and Akasha. They are specific ones. And then their immediate causes are avishesha, that is tanmatras. So they are avishesha, and tanmatra, uh, vishesha is, oh no, I am sorry, vishesha is the gross elements, that is vishesha, and the subtle elements are avishesha. Subtle elements are avishesha because they are not specified. And linga, then comes linga. Linga means the first submersion of the um, sense organs. Where does it submerge? It submerges into mind, chitta, and that is linga. All these are lingas. The all the evolutes of Prakriti are lingas, or rather lingamatra. The Mahat is lingamatra, and the other as lingas also. And Prakriti is a linga. Prakriti is not linga. So विशेषा विशेष लिंगमात्र अलिंगानि गुणपर्वाणि. So they are the pores. They are the pores or joints of gunas. द्रष्टा दृशिमात्रः शुद्धोपि प्रत्ययानुपश्यः. And who is drashta? The drishya is, everything is drishya. Everything is drishya, that is, this sense organs are also drishya, the objects of senses are drishya, but drishta drishimatraha. So the drashta, the viewer, the impartial observer, he has nothing to do with experience of various types. Drishimatraha, shuddhopi, even though he has nothing to do with any of the happy or unhappy experiences, but pratyayanupashya, whatever there is experience in the mind, through those experiences, one can infer that there is some great Atma, some great, I should say, just who brings about all mobility, all sensitivity in all these insentient indriyas. Indriyas are all insentient, the mind is insentient, but it is through them that one could have a sense of the existence of self, existence of consciousness, individual consciousness. So Shuddhopi Pratyayanupashya. तदर्थ एव दृश्यस्य आत्मा. तदर्थ एव दृश्यस्य आत्मा. And So, because the Purusha um, that is pure consciousness accompanied with mind, whatever uh, consumption he has to undergo, accordingly he gets birth, he gets a lifespan, and he gets everything. So, tadartha eva drishyasya atma. So drishya has to serve the atma. Drishya has to provide the means of enjoyment as well as providing the means of liberation. All this has to be done by drishya, by visible senses. But then Patanjali has a question, and that question is a very pertinent question, that if everybody becomes liberated, what will happen to the world? So, for that, this Sutra 22 says, Kritarthang prati nashtamapi anashtam tat anya sadharanatvat. That drishya, that visible, even though it does not exist in relation to the person who has through the performance of yoga, who has liberated himself, and there is nothing that can be done by him now. But kritartham prati nashtam api. Kritartham means one who is an accomplished yogin. For him, this drishya does not exist, because there is no purpose that drishya can play in relation to that yogi who has realized his soul, and who is and the soul has nothing to do with any of the drishya objects. I mean the objects of senses. No longer he is attached to them. But that drishya, even though it is finished for the one who is an accomplished yogi, but it exists for those who are not yogis. So that is common, that common element, common existence of Prakriti continues to be there for others who are not yet accomplished yogins, who have not yet been able to perform or anything. So it is kritarthang prati nashtamapi anashtam tat anya sadharanatvat, because the visible objects of senses or visible indriyas, they will remain as they are, the common characteristic as they possess, that will be very much there, even though the common characteristics of indriyas or sense organs or the Panch Mahabhuta will not undergo any change, any transformation. स्वस्वामी शक्त्योः स्वरूपोपलब्धि हेतु संयोगः. Purusha is the Swami, he is the master, and its object is Swa. Its own object is Swa. So it is it has Swarupopalabdhi hetu samyoga. It is the union of the master with its object, with his visible drishya, that is all the evolutes of Prakriti. They get their form, they get their activity on account of that Samyoga, and then again it is they who are responsible for Asang Yoga also, and so by that Samyoga itself is the cause of Swarupopalabdhi. That is to say, on account of it is on account of that Samyoga that the Vyakta means the beginning with Mahat and ending with the objects of senses. All of them are activated and they get their own Swarupa. They are activated on account of that Samyoga. And that very Samyoga is responsible for telling or for enlightening the own form of Drashta, Swami, Master. After seeing that, the Swami understands that now I am free, and then he is Swarupe Avasthanam, he is well established in his own form. And tasya hetuhu avidya. And the avidya is the cause of that Samyoga. Avidya is the cause of that Samyoga. And it is avidya. And that is why the Ishavasyopanishad tells us that avidyaya mrityung tirtva vidyaya amritam ashnute. So, avidyaya mrityung tirtva, it is on account of this avidya, on account of this Samyoga, the role played by the mind, by the Antahkarana. The Antahkarana plays both the roles. It plays the role of providing the means of enjoyment to the Purusha and providing the means of liberation to Purusha. Both are done by that.